Good morning, friends. Today we are going to learn BA Second Optional English Partition Literature for Semester 4th. And the first part of it, that is Impact of Partition on Women. In the last semester we learned about effect of partition, communal violence, and the impact of partition on India and Pakistan. That is the historical background to the partition literature and how, due to the partition, there was a creation of partition literature. Here, in this particular module, we are going to learn particularly about the impact of partition on women as it is prescribed for your semester 4. For many of us, well, for most of us born in the independence India, it is not only difficult but impossible even to imagine the cruelty and the trauma of partition of the country, that is in the year of 1947, and those born even 20 years before are not necessarily witness to the horrendous events that took place during the division, that is, during the partition. Most of them, if living today, are not likely to have been close to the scene as it happened in the extreme east of India in the part of Punjab and Sindh regions, now called Pakistan. If we think of India in a part of Punjab and Sindh region, here I would like to give example the movie Pinjar. In it we can see the region Punjab and how it is affected due to the partition. And the people after partition and in the post independence era, we only listen or heard second hand the stories of communal carnage, genocide, incendiary, insanity, inhumanity, humiliation, rapes, and abduction, forced conversion, of which cases are still heard across the border in the neighboring country, and untold torture inflicted especially on women. That is untold torture. See how it is untold torture affected on women during the partition. And non-literary writings on contemporary events has left our complete knowledge and understanding of the partition lopsided, even prejudiced. The partition of India into two separate nations was an outcome of the British policy of divide and rule, mainly on the basis of religious, demographic size. The Muslim leader Muhammad Ali Jinnah had already talked about two nation theory. That is, when in the year 1930 the Muslim League had formed into a mass party under him. On the other side, the Congress has assumed as responsibilities of the local governments in 1937. The idea of a separate Muslim nation got consolidated in the Lahore Resolution in 1940. See, this is the background to the partition literature and impact of partition on women. Mahatma Gandhi, however, was not at all in favor of such a division. He is on record saying to Maulana Azad in 3rd March 1947, "If the Congress wishes to accept the partition, it will be on my dead body. So long as I am alive, I will never agree to the partition of India." Eventually, the British Parliament passed the Indian Independence Bill on 18th June 1947. Though the plan to divide the British Raj into India and Pakistan was announced earlier on the radio by the then Viceroy Lord Mountbatten. Again, Lord Mountbatten himself wrote, "Partition is sheer madness. No one would ever induce me to agree to it, were it not for this fanatic communal madness that has seized everybody and leaves no other course open. The responsibility for this mad decision must be placed squarely on Indian shoulders in the eyes of the world, for one day they will bitterly regret the decision they are about to make." See, this is the particular background for the partition literature and impact of partition on women. As all of us know, partition is commonly understood as the division of a state into two or more entities, where at least one successor states assume continuity with the pre-divided whole. The most famous partition cases in modern history formed part of British development or decolonization in Ireland, India, and Palestine. The dawn of independence on 15th August 1947 also announced the end of the British Raj in the subcontinent. The departure of the British Army heralded the emergence of two independent states, namely India and Pakistan. Now, what are the impact of partition on women? That we can understand, this might be the particular separate issue in partition literature, how the women also particularly suffered due to the partition, that the worst sufferers of partition were women. They had to endure all sorts of humiliation, torture, and barbarism. The patriarchal society victimized women. Mutilated breasts of women come in trains along with dead bodies. This causes a nauseating effect on the readers and sinews chill with despair and disgust when reading such accounts. If we read Train to Pakistan, which was prescribed for you in the last semester, we can understand how the women, how the dead bodies came from Pakistan to India, that is in Amritsar. When we learn about it or when we read the descriptions from Train to Pakistan, we can understand what kind of violence was happened at that time. Women and girls it found to be of different community were brutally raped and molested. They could not even go back to their original relatives as she had apparently lost her purity. All this show the hollowness of societal norms and absurd customs. If we learn or if we read the novels of partition literature, Train to Pakistan by Kushwant Singh, Bapsi Sidhwa's Ice Candy Man, or other short stories prescribed for you in this particular semester, we can understand how the particular effect on women because of the partition, and there is the humiliation and suppression of women is the worst thing during the partition or the after the partition in the rehabilitation camp also. In Train to Pakistan, if we take example, shows atrocity upon women through Sundri. She was going to Gurjanwala with her husband on the fourth day of her marriage, her arms still covered with red lacquer bangles and her palms bright with henna. She is happily daydreaming on her way to her new home when the bus on which they are riding is attacked by Muslims. Her husband is stripped naked and she is sexually molested by the mob. The mob made love to her. She did not have to take off any one of her bangles. They were all smashed as she lay in the road, being taken by one man and another and another. That should have brought her a lot of good luck. See how the description is about the women character in Train to Pakistan, how she suffered due to the partition. This causes a sense of frustration and agony in readers, which sets a morbid sensation. Voracious manly sexual appetite is a rough sauce to hooliganism and makes man to stand in the line of beasts and savages. The particular points about the effect of partition on women, that is hypocritical attitude. The hypocritical attitude of the man and women we can learn through this particular points, that in the partition literature there was a attitude of hypocritical, and how the women suffered. If we learn the character of Malika, and we can understand the humiliation of the character and how he changed her attitude in this particular part of particular short story, that is the story by A Leaf in a Storm by Manik Bandopadhyay. When we learn about the particular character from this leaf in the storm, we can understand the character of Malika. Sorry, it is a character from the final solution. How she find out the character of find out the solution of the partition and the situation she faced. The story by Manik Bandopadhyay, we have a character Malika with her ailing husband, emaciated child, and old sister in law lands at a railway station in a city in Punjab as a refugee family. Hunger and fatigue have already half killed them. They are looking for help and food. A man called Pramatha, representing Help and Welfare Society for the Refugees, eludes Malika with promises to feed and even provide shelter and some job at his apartment. When Malika understands his true intentions of raping her, she kills him and escapes. On returning to the railway platform, she tells her sister in law, I will go to the railway station every evening in my frayed sari. The sharks will come again to pick me up, for sure, but this time I will be carrying a knife with me. You understand? See, the circumstances changes the role of Malika in the final solution. That circumstances convert people into unusual persons, making them behave unpredictably. In such a case, norms, ethics, that and humanity take a backseat and the beast emerges. It is, however, difficult to tell what is right and what is not in such unusual situations. Adversity teaches survival games. Malika had learned such a game, although it is only a personal, illegal solution, not reliable every time. The partition has taught her this eerie game. Though it is not really a final solution, it is only a temporary, on the spot solution. So we can understand how Malika find out a way from the absurd situation, from the situation that instead of raped, she entered in this game with a knife and saved herself. So we can understand what how the attitude was changed. Next part, situation in rehabilitation center or the camp. If we learn A Leaf in the Storm by Lathyambika Anantarajaman, the protagonist, Jyoti, Jyotirmay Devpal, a young unmarried girl brought in a rehabilitation camp, finds herself to be pregnant because of the rape. This traumatic revelation gives her violent thoughts of aborting the fetus to avoid social ignominy, as also indirectly to wreak vengeance on the perpetrator of the rape. She has seen how such fetuses are disposed of. However, her perception, mood, and emotions undergo a sea change when the child is actually born. She simply cannot abandon the innocent life to be devoured by cats and dogs, nor to be rescued by someone and consequently looked after either as a bastard or an adopted one. The writer concludes the story on the following suggestive description. There was no time to wait. The mother swooped the child up into her arms. She warmed its forehead by caressing it gently. Her lifeblood flowed like fresh milk. As the mother walked slowly towards the camp, the stars beamed from heaven. Maybe they had resolved a complicated puzzle. See how the mother and child relationship is shown here. And when we learn about the character of Jyoti, we can understand what kind of suffering she has faced. Situations are very worst, and here we can understand what are the impacts of partition on women. Without her fault, she was pregnant and she has to give birth to that child, and how her attitude was changed. Next part is about treated as a commodity. Women treated as a commodity. If we think about the story of Kartar Singh's Duggal story, that is Kulsum, the girl Kulsum is abducted by an old weaver and presented as a gift to a young school teacher. She is terrified when the school teacher tries to lay his hand on her to drag her to the bed in the room. She requests him with folded hands to marry her first. The young man is in no mood to listen to her as he has become blind with passion. But the girl stands to her guns, as it were, and refuses to sleep with the young man. See, here also we can understand what is the impact of partition woman is treated as commodity and presented as a gift. Again, the young man complains to the old man sitting outside as if to keep guard against any effort to rescue the girl. The old fellow is so irritated by the complaint that he enters the room, rapes the girl, and comes out to offer her services to the young man. This was an utterly inhuman, beastly way of inflicting indignity on woman. So, through this story, we can understand how woman is treated at the time of partition as a commodity. Next point, portrait of a woman of the post partition, that how the character of Malika treated and changed her attitude, that in the rehabilitation camp or on the railway station, Malika saved her life on the from the beast like humans or the attitude of men at the time of partition. In this way, we can understand different characters. Again, we can take example for understanding the examples from movie. The character from movie Gadar, we can understand how she is married with the Punjabi man, and after marriage also she has to struggle to live her life happily. Due to the partition, she lived her life in India, and due to the partition, she suffered a lot. On the other hand, we can again take example of the character from the movie Pinjar or the novel by Amrita Pritam. We can understand how the character of Rajjo suffered due to the partition. The man taken her away from her home, and after that she searched for her sister-in-law, and she never but at the end of the movie she never went with her previous husband or the uh, before partition to whom she is going to married. So the worst situations are happened in the at the time of partition, and it is represented in the partition literature in the most of the novels and short stories. In next, which is particularly prescribed for you, defend yourself against me by Bapsi Sidhwa, is again about the woman of a respectable family in Pakistan who was abducted and raped by certain Sikh hooligans during the partition Holocaust. Set in Houston in the US, the Christian narrator, who is a writer, one Mrs. Jacob, chances to meet an old childhood friend, Mr. Khan, a Muslim from Lahore. It is a family party where Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs have gathered. Old days are remembered, and so are the old scars of the partition, too. How the old days remembered by those families, and they remembered about the partition and the bad conditions at the time of the partition. There is a horrid story behind the character of old mother Ammiji, who was also present there, the one who was abducted and raped by certain Sikh hooligans during the partition Holocaust. By a queer coincidence, the two sons of the Sikh preparators, namely Kushwant Singh and Pratap Singh, are also invited to the dinner party. They appear in the party as fakirs, fall prostrate at the entrance door shouting, Maji, Maji, forgive us. See, this is of course addressed to Ammiji. After a natural outburst of anger on the part of Ammiji herself, she says in a flat, emotionless voice, That is, my sons, I forgave your fathers long ago. See the condition of the women at that time, and now Ammiji forgive the sons of that particular persons who raped her. Yes, Amiji has survived the massacre, has been accepted into our family, and has mentally got over the whole ugly experience, never uttering a single syllable of anger or sorrow or hatred about the past. The past is dead and buried in silence now for her and her family. How the past events also remembered in the story, that is, Defend Yourself Against Me by Bapsi Silva, and the character of Ameji represents the women from the partition. So here we can understand that Ameji is very strong woman who can forget and forgive the most hideous atrocities committed on her. Thus, in the very midst of annihilation of identity, here are women who muster the courage to salvage themselves from anonymity and ignominy. They break the conventional mode of their image as weak creatures and prove that they are the really strong individuals who stand as a lighthouse for the women of the world. So, we can treat the woman who suffered due to the partition as a lighthouse for the women in the world and in India as well. So, we can understand here what are the effects of partition on women through this particular topic of impact of partition on women, and through this next short stories we can understand and we can learn about the character of women and suffering of women due to the partition. In next lecture we will learn about home and exile, the next part and next module about the of the partition literature. Here we will stop for today, and in next part we learn home and exile. Till then, stay safe, stay home, stay safe.